Get from over there. Yo, let's chat. Let's chat. I ain't gonna cap. I'm about to get straight to it. Give people a few minutes to tap in. I just got done watching that YFN Lucci interview with Big Bank on Big Facts Perspective. He got his own thing going on the side. I always, I always like Lucci. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I always like Lucci better than Young Thug for real. Young Thug was cool, but Lucci definitely reminded me why I always rock with him. His music, his personality, his character. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that interview right there really showed the difference between the Young Thug interview he did and then the interview with Lucci. You definitely can tell who's more at peace mentally as far as not saying neither person ain't going through nothing, but like you could tell that 4.5 years Lucci did, you know what I mean? He really he really took heed to that. You know what I mean? And if you already been listening to like Lucci music for real, you already knew like when it come to Lucci and Thug, you already knew that Lucci for real was like way more balanced. So yo, what it do, family? What it do? Too drippy, what's good? And you already know my niggas, what it do? Them boys in here already. What it do, family? But if you already like really been listening to Lucci, see, it just Thug had the popularity more as far as Atlanta. So dudes really wanted to mess with Lucci, like Lil Baby. A lot of dudes for real. But it's like Thug had kind of done so much on the back end. Like Thug even took credit for saying he paid for Lil Baby first studio, not QCP. So, but you definitely, if you go watch that interview with Lucci on Perspectives with Big Bank, you definitely can see the difference between the two as far as who more balanced and who not balanced. You know what I mean? And Lucci, if you always listen to Lucci, you already know why Fan Lucci, he never really been no dumb nigga for real. Kind of always been humble, cool, you know what I mean? And when you see that interview, you definitely get to weigh your options on who is more humble and who is just capable to crash out, you know what I mean? So, you know, I ain't gonna lie, it was a good interview. You know what I mean? I just got done watching it, you know what I mean? It was really a good interview. You know, like I said, it's good to see a person's character and how they handle themselves under the spotlight. You know what I mean? Is you gonna overdo it and be braggadocious, or is you just gonna, you know, be humble and just, you know, you accept your blessing that God gave you, another chance to be out here because me and you all know dudes is getting smoked daily. You know what I mean? I'm talking about you can't go on YouTube without seeing it. Too drippy. He said, "Yeah, little baby don't have character for real. He really don't. And if you really know his grind, his history, he really was a hustler and who just ATL at the time little baby was coming in. Even now, ATL is kind of like what New York was back in the day. Like you always capable to maybe run into somebody who's in the game. You know what I mean? Jesus loves you guys. Jesus loves you too, Seabass. That's what's up. Appreciate that. Hit that like button, family. But like Lil Baby, you know, like I say, Atlanta was kind of similar to New York. Like, if you just get a camera and you say you shoot videos and you do all of this, you do all of that, you gonna run into somebody in the game or you gonna get in the game. Atlanta was like that, and Lil Baby was around people gambling with people who was already in the game. So basically, the keys to the gate of opportunity was already right there. He just had to reach and grab them. And Young Thug, quote unquote, said he was the one who paid for his first studio session and all that. So hey, you know what I mean? But he was already a hustler. I give him that though, you know what I mean? But like I say, Lucci definitely showed discipline. Like I say, go check out that big Lego man. Hi, can you shout me out? Lego man, you already know I'm gonna shout you out, family. You ain't even gotta ask, you already know. I appreciate you stopping in. Shout out my boy Lego man. But yeah, if you already OMG, thanks. Nah, man, you good. You ain't gotta say, just set your notification to hit that like button. You know what I mean? I always shout you out whenever I actually interact with the supporters. You feel me? You know what I mean? Y'all do matter. So I'm gonna read all y'all comments and all that. If you want me to shout out, you got a shirt line or you know what I mean, you trying to endorse something, you know what I mean? Or, you know, I'm gonna shout you out. You know what I mean? For real. You know what I mean? All you gotta do is jump in the comments and just hit that like button. Whatever, even if you sell crayons, you know what I mean? You put it in the chat, you know what I mean? And I got you. You're the best streamer, man. I'm liking right now. You already know, man. Just set. You gotta grow with me though. Set your notification. You know what I mean. Right now, we're talking about the difference between the Young Thug interview with Big Bang and YFN Lucci, which just dropped with Big Bang. And to me personally, YFN Lucci showed more balance than Young Thug. Young Thug, I'm not saying he's not balanced, but he still got some ways to go. You know what I mean? Lucci seems to be more balanced, at peace. His surroundings is airtight, A1. You know what I mean? Got a good, solid team. So, you know, all of this is going to be interesting, man. You know what I mean? To see how all of this play out. But, yeah, we definitely do the shout-out committee in here, man. If you jump in the comments, like I say, whether you just want to say, shout me out, man. I had a rough day at work. You know what I mean? We're going to do that. I'm going to shout you out. Zero, what's up? What's up, family? What it do? You know what I mean? What it do? I appreciate you tapping in. We were talking about the difference between YFN Lucci and Thug. You know what I mean? And I feel Lucci is more balanced. Matthew Coffin, what it do? What's up, family? When y'all tap in, hit that like button and go to my YouTube and check out my posts. I always got merch for all genders. Look at man, what are those red things? This right here, homie, I'm glad you asked that. This right here is for like if you feel like you are lacking in the fitness area, even if it's basketball, you know what I mean? Flag football, anything. It's just a booster for testosterone, you know what I mean? 60 capsules, you know what I mean? You take twice a day, you know what I mean? You see results in 7 days, you know what I mean? Literally, results in 7 days. You know what I mean? It's A1 at work, for real, for real. Like I say, it ain't always about pumping iron, lifting weights, you know what I mean? Sometimes you might need something to motivate you. So, you know, this right here, I recommend this, you know what I mean? It's real good for you. Like I say, you don't got to worry about no, man, what is the taste? None of that, you know what I mean? Like I say, 60 capsules in here. You take 2 a day, you know what I mean? Go shoot you some ball, get you some good cardio in, maybe do a jump rope, you know what I mean? It ain't always about lifting weights. You can do sets of 10s with push-ups, you know what I mean? Just start out doing 50, then, you know, sets of 10s. Get up, stretch your arms and shit a little bit, go back down, do another 10. Or get a deck of cards and just go through the whole deck of cards, just all 10 push-ups. Lou, Killer times 3. Yo, what it do, family? I appreciate you tapping in. Lou, Killer times 3. My fault. Yo, what it do? Lego man, do you put it in a drink? Nah, it's kind of like you don't have to put it in no drink. You can take it with a drink. You know what I mean? I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the form of it. Bro, your shoes untied. I'm going to show you what it look like. Like this. That's what it look like. All you do is just water here. You could, I wouldn't recommend soda because I don't drink soda. You know what I mean? Soda ain't good for you. We need to stray away from that for those who do drink sodas. You know what I mean? We need to stick to like water And I ain't gonna cap. I do mess with sweet tea, gold peak or pure leaf, but other than that, water, you feel me? But yeah, man, you need any booster, you know what I mean? Something to just get you going a little extra, you know what I mean? Because you working out by yourself. Christopher Hovers, hi, what it do, family? What it do? Make sure y'all hit that like button when y'all come in here, man. You know what I mean? My boy, goddamn, he lit this bitch up. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, light that bitch up, Lego man. I thought that was some sort of drink. Nah, it ain't no drink. It's just a pill form. You take 2 a day, and next thing you ready to go play 21 full court. Shit, 5-on-5. You know what I mean? Like this ain't no crazy blue chew type shit. You know what I mean? Well, you know what I mean? I don't got no problem with that brand, but you know what I mean? I promote what's good for the people, you know what I mean? And something that I work out. You know what I mean? Like I say, y'all come in here, man, hit that like button. It's Riley. It's Riley. I feel you. It's Riley. I got you, my nigga. I feel you. Hell yeah, I appreciate you. Go to my YouTube. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, right. My nigga, I appreciate you. For sure. Hell yeah. I'm glad you asked though. That's what's up. Smart man. But yeah, man. This shit out here, man, you know, everyday life, this shit get more wicked and wicked, man. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all familiar with what happened to Lil Durk affiliate THF Zoo coming out of an auto parts store, and some dudes filled him up. You know what I mean? And you can be here 1 minute and then you can be gone next minute, man. You know what I mean? We all got to know how to move, because if you really look at it from a life point of view, you don't got to be an op to nobody to get killed. You know what I mean? Like nowadays, shit is so crazy coming out of Walmart, anywhere, everywhere, dangerous now. Like we automatically in the field, like us. Where do you get it? Go to G Rio, Facebook, go to G Rio Benji Facebook, hit my DM, and I'll you send me your low, I'll make sure you get it. You know what I mean? We on deck over here. But now, everywhere, we all in the field. You know what I mean? Some of us don't even realize we in the field. You know what I mean? The moment you come out your house, hell, nowadays you could be in your house and niggas will kick your shit in. But the moment you come out your house, hell, even in your house, you in the field. Because you never know what can happen, you know what I mean? So everybody gotta live like they in the field, you know what I mean? Are you sure that's a store? Are you sure that's a store? I never heard of that store. No. This is not a store. This not a store. This a company who I'm dealing with, who, you know what I mean? I work out. They know I work out. I've been working out for years, you know what I mean? Off and on and shit like that. So with me being a workout, you know what I mean, damn near fitness instructor, you know what I mean? They see I'm a good customer, so I get it in bulk. And you know what I mean? And hey, I'm recommending this fire ass supplement for you, you know what I mean? That's gonna get you going. My dog say, oh. Nah, I don't get it from no store. This online. Yeah, this online, family. Yeah. But remember, we all in the field accidentally. When your ass coming out of Dollar General, a Dollar Tree, or whatever the fuck, and you just reading your receipt, you better be on your shit. You know what I mean? Because you got certain people who just sitting in the car lurking when they see a little weak ass 2010s and or 420s, and they think, oh, okay, they got it, and they trying to hop out just to please a perk habit or some shit. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? We all in the field accidentally. If you really think about it, like think about how many situations you be, or what site, because I wanna get right. I told you, go to G Rio Benji, that's my Facebook, hit my DM, and I got you. You know what I mean? You shoot me your low out, I'll get it to you. You know what I mean? Yeah, just tap in. I got you. You know, we don't sell no dreams over here. I got you, dog. But yeah, the first one on me. And then I know once you get done with this 60 capsules, you're gonna tap back in. You know what I mean? But yeah. We all in the field accidentally. Whether you work at Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, and you talking about, oh, I'm just listening to my music, waiting on the Uber. and some niggas pulled up and hop out on your ass, you know what I mean? You know, you went in the field. Yes, you are in the field. The moment you wake up and come out your crib and put your key or automatic start your shit, you got kids or you solo dolo or you whatever, or you going to school or whatever, you always in op land. You know what I mean? Op land is op land. Yeah, op land got territories and blocks and shit like that that you may know of, but you know, they go outside of them boundaries. So, you know what I mean? The moment you leave out your driveway, do you play steel or brain rot? Nah. What's that, like a video game or something? Let me know what that is. Yeah, the moment your ass come out your crib, man, you better be on your shit. You know what I mean? Because you got motherfuckers camping out in vehicles all night trying to get on your top. You said that's a video game. Yeah. Oh nah. Nah, man. My son, he played this TV that's on the wall in the kitchen. This nigga he play that shit. You know what I mean? It's on Roblox. Yeah, that's some shit. Yeah, trust me, my nigga. My card get used. Hey, could you unlock your card? Could you unlock your card? Which card should I use on here? You got several cards on here. Trust me. You know what I mean? Nigga, I go through it. My son 12. He said, but it's still very fun. I get enjoyment watching him for real, for real. You know what I mean? I'm more of a watcher. You know what I mean? I'm the motherfucker who go to the fair, bro, fresh as a motherfucker. I'm more like security for like the family type shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'll do a little jump shot shit, shoot a little pellet gun or some shit like that, little weak shit like that. Maybe drive a bumper car, it depends. But other than that, I'm mostly just there. I'm scared of heights, so I'm not getting on no Ferris wheels and shit. None of that. I'm not doing none of that. For real. But like I say, even going to the fair, and nowadays, you know, niggas like to do shit in public, like to up them, you know, and you know what I mean? Don't care, don't got no practice in the woods with them, don't know how to really hold them bitches for real and shooting innocent motherfuckers. But it's still very fun for sure. My son got that shit probably. Yeah, so everybody stay on deck. Now, I ain't gonna cap. My Lakers, they just lost the other night. I ain't tweaking, I ain't tripping. You feel me? Make sure when y'all come in, y'all hit that like button though. You know what I mean? LB, LeBron, that's my boy. But I hope this your last year, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, like when you fuck with a nigga, my boy, he tweaking. But am I the only one who feel like, look, okay, bro, we fuck with LeBron. But damn though, bro, god damn, bro. Like, I mean, come on, bro. Like, fall back. I mean, you papered up, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you got the American dream as far as the wife, the kids, and you can go goddamn, you know what I mean? My boy say, never mind. Hey, you my nigga. I fuck with you. You got everything legal. That's the American dream. You feel me? My nigga, go on chill, man. You know what I mean? Be a goddamn commentator or something, man. You know what I mean? Go on, hang it up, bro. You know what I mean? Shit, ain't no need of you. If you ain't winning rings, my nigga, ain't no need of really even doing the shit no more, for real. You know what I mean? Other than that, you just damn near in the way. You know what I mean? Go on, fall back. But other than that, I really don't tune in really deep with the NBA really until playoff time. I just keep tabs on what's going on. And lately, I ain't even talking about the Cleveland Clowns because how they been doing my boy Shador. So I've been kind of staying off football topics. Other than that, I keep my eye on, you know, such and such, woo de woo and all that shit, you know, woo de woo, all that, whatever. But um, I ain't feeling how the Browns doing my dog. You know what I mean? You already know. Tap in, set that notification. I appreciate you hitting that like button too, my dog. You already know. Damn. I didn't even know to do that. Make sure y'all go to my YouTube, hit the like button, check out my YouTube shorts. You know what I mean? Watch them videos, tap in with your boy Tribe. You know what I mean? And vibe. And I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate everybody who come in. My boy say, "We you already know it. Stay blessed, hold it down. Tap in with me next time." But already as a Lakers fan, I ain't gonna cap. The only niggas you really got to worry about, I don't even talk about the East because my dog LeBron is no longer the beast of the East, so I don't even talk about the East. And I ain't no Cavs fan. I ain't gonna cap him. You know what I mean? So, but Curry is always gonna be capable to do him, and certain other teams is dangerous too. I ain't gonna cap. You know what I mean? Other than that, you know what I mean? They gonna probably let me down second round type shit. You know, that's what your favorite team do. All these things, my dog Lakers made it out even the first round last year. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You niggas was just damn near balling. Coordination shit was right in. Whoop de woo. You know what I mean? Whoop de doo. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, make sure y'all tap in, man. You know what I mean? Like Tribe ain't represent nothing. You know what I mean? You know, we always be branding on here. If you got a brand, you know what I mean, and shit like that, and you want to promote your brand, you know what I mean? You got stickers, whatever the fuck it is you do, you know what I mean? Put it in the comments in the chat, you know what I mean? And shit, we promote it. I'm gonna tell you one thing though. 50 Cent said he redoing Paid in Full and shit, but he gonna make it like a TV series. But it's gonna be added with Wayne Perry, more like DC side gonna be shown in it. So it's gonna be a little different. Me and you already know when 50 Cent put his hand on some shit, it be fire. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna lie, when they drop the trailer to that shit, when they really get the ball rolling, I heard Cam, he got Cam involved in it. Cam supposed to be, you know what I mean, doing the shit with him. You know what I mean? I already know it's gonna be fire for real. You know what I mean? I already know it is. I ain't gonna lie, I still mess with BMF, but I don't be on it like that because it seemed like Lil Meech, his real life ways is just throwing the character off, and it's just hard to really fuck with it. But I ain't gonna lie, I watch it, you know what I mean? But the shit he get into off camera is just damn near starting to tarnish his whole acting type shit. We got anybody out there who smoke, man? Who smoking that dope? Who smoke? What strands? Like, if you smoke, put in the chat. What's your favorite strand if you smoke, man? I be forgetting to check on my people who smoke in their off time. You know what I mean, or whenever they can. You know what I mean, I know me. I'm blowing on Tribe. You know what I mean? Always got to promote your brand. I have my moments I blow other shit, but I'm gonna smoke my shit. You know what I mean? Just working out the kicks and certain shit. You know what I mean? And then we'll be able to move on from there. But y'all already know, man. I be having to tap in with y'all. You know what I mean? And let y'all know, man. Go to my YouTube posts. You know what I mean? Check them posts out. You know what I mean? Get in the comments, like, subscribe. You feel me? You know what I mean? You know, before I always check out, I always gotta let y'all know if mental health is real. For those that's going through it, man, at some point, I hope you eventually see the light through the tunnel that you're traveling in. You know what I mean? So you already know it's Tribe. Hold it down. Gang.